Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to be taking you through sort of a take on a Ore Sweeper game that I have been working on. The game is written in Python. I've spent the last week or so working on it. The premise is everything that I've done, that I've seen previously in an Ore Sweeper. I wanted to replicate that. I released a video on my YouTube channel a couple of days ago, sort of an introduction, and I thought I'll just post this one as a follow-up to that. So I've just got my Visual Studio up, and I am just going to be scrolling to where my Python is. Let me do that. Change my DMS, yeah, DMS, change directory, TMS, change directory, projects, change directory, Python game, change directory version 1. And then I'm going to be calling up my game quickly, and it's one.py, and hopefully it will start up somewhere. So as you can see, it's named called Ore Sweeper. Most of the screenshots, all of the screenshots have been was created by ChatGPT. I've got an integrated leaderboard that links to a Firebase SQL server online. What I've done as well is I have built different levels, level selector tool, where you can go and choose level 1, which is just basic ore blocks. Level 2 adds some obstacle blocks that you can't mine through and drill through, and then level 3 has got the ore blocks plus the obstacle blocks plus some penalty blocks for drilling through that adds and removes drill links. So I'm just going to be starting off with a normal level 1 for now. As I click on start game, there is 3 different playable characters that was designed at this stage. The first one is a geologist. For example, the geologist, starting off with I can drill 10 blocks. In my game itself, mining cost is a little bit higher than normal, and then my income multiplier, just to make sure that I still have getting income from the blocks as well. And then my mining engineer, so as my drilling length is 5 blocks, my mining cost is very low, my new mining block cost, and then my income multiplier is also very low. And then I've got a metallurgist, so it's got it can drill a little bit further, it's got sort of in between mining cost, and it's got a very high income multiplier because it can get more money from the actual ore blocks. So I can choose which one I want, so I'm just going to go for now, just go and select the engineer, and the game itself will start. As you can see, let me just full screen this. There is a score and a budget that needs to be managed throughout. While I look for a starting location, so I'm going to pick a random starting location, and as I would normally pick on drilling, I'm just going to drill into all 4 different directions, see what is there. So 5, 5, 5, 5, you can see the distance. So my score is calculates all the blocks that I intersect while I'm drilling, plus a multiplier for every subsequent block that I can interact with. So I'm going to mine those, mine that, let's mine that direction, let's mine those and those, and there we go. And I'm going to be quickly looking at drilling a little bit further, so I can open up some more blocks. Yeah, I'm drilling in the wrong place, so let's continue mining, continue mining, continue mining. That. So the idea of the game is to finish, to mine all the ore blocks and see what sort of score you can get. And the way that you want to do it is you want to try and get a series of blocks mined or drilled in a row. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be adding to that and just keep on drilling, and then toggle mining and just go mine all through all of those, so I can get some extra bonuses for mining through more than one at a time, and the same for drilling through here. So that's the sort of the base block, if you like. So I'm going to go and save this score. So let's save the score as Paul, submit it, and I have now jumped to the top of the leaderboard. And I am going to quickly, I haven't pulled in a back button yet to take me back to my starting screen that I can see. No. Alright, so let's close this, and I am going to quickly restart. And I'm going to quickly be looking at a level 2, and I'm going to click on start game, and let's select the geologist for now. Select my starting location, same process, and now you can start seeing some black blocks. So if I drill into them, the drilling itself will stop. So to show you an example is, so if I now go and say I want to drill there, it will stop the drilling short. Let me go and try and mine through that as well, it will stop it short. So let me just mine a few blocks just to show. So as you can also see that the drilling length has increased a lot from the 5 that I had previously to 10. So now I can go to upgrades and I can upgrade my drill length, and my drill length will be upgraded while I am carrying on. So now if I go back to my drilling, you'll see I've got a quite enhanced drilling. So now I can go and mine those little blocks as well. Let's do that for now, just as a proof of concept. Right, so again, you would want to go through and you can go and mine this entire area. The idea is that you shouldn't be running out of budget. Like I said, budget is a little bit too much. I'll probably change that, or I've just been very lucky in terms of where my placement is. So if I click on show entire ore blocks, so this is what you see underneath. This is all randomly generated. So maybe if I've chosen a worse position, I might have lost my money a little bit earlier, but I can go and save the scores if I want to as well. So, and then lastly, like I said, I'm new to Python, so learning as I carry on. And then the last one that I want to show is select my level 3, start game, and now let's just, for info, metallurgist, so it means I'm going to be making a little bit more money. I'm going to select my metallurgist, pick a starting location, toggle drill holes. So the drilling length by default is 7. So you'll see my 2 little extra blocks that I've got in here, so the green one and the blue one. So if I drill, let me just do that. So if I now drill through them, there should be a penalty code that's being decreased. So drilled penalty block, drilling length decreased to 7, so that means now my drilling length as in is decreased. Previously I drilled through a green one, which means that my drilling length was increased by. So if I now quickly go and show the entire ore body, and I'm going to go and choose a starting location and choose the worst one for blue blocks and just drill through them, I should see my drilling length decrease quite a lot. So drilling length is now 3, so if I say try and drill from here, it's only drilling me 3 blocks now. So if I go and choose a new starting location, toggle drill holes, and I drill now through that one, it should, now my drilling length is just 1 block, which is very, very sad. If I want to then go back and say, let's go and upgrade my drill so I can buy more long drilling length, let's drill that one, and then you go and lose it in again. So yeah, so you've got some penalties in here. Again, a lot of it is trying to balance out the penalties with the ore, with the budget. I think while I'm at it, I want to show something interesting that I've been working on to try and balance the data itself. So I'm going to open up a balance.py script. So the balance.py script is just a very quick script where I simulate the different characters for the geologist with its drillings, and its income multiplier and its adjacent mining block costs. Create a random block So I give it a starting budget just to check. So let's give it a starting budget of 500. It then goes through a predefined way of mining through and drilling through. So the idea is that you start off with a starting block. It will drill in all 4 directions. It would then go and mine those 4 directions. It would then continue drilling mine until the entire block is mined out. So I have it run as 100 times, and the idea is to tell me what each of those geologist, metallurgist, engineer will tell me in terms of budget. So let me quickly run this one. Let me just check what's on the test. So there's my bpl.py file. So I'm going to be running my balance.py file, and it is now running through 100 different iterations to tell me that my average income for my geologist was 3,500 for a game, engineer average was 4,300, and the metallurgist was 4,400, and then there's your max 5.5, 5.8, 5.7, minimum income 172,322. The completion rate I still need to go and have a look at. It's still saying it's 0. But the idea is that I want to make sure that these numbers are balanced a little bit. For example, if I now go and let's try and break, let's say we want to break geologists completely, and let's change that to 5 and make them earn way less money. I can now go and run this again just to show that my balancing and the way that I implemented in my main code, I've kept these two separate for now. So bl.py, I don't want to include this in my main one. So now my geologist has got an average of 191. My engineer's got 920, 823. So I run through this as a check just to make sure that my settings that I've got in my main project is actually working the way I want it. And I come back to this and I add sort of sanity checks from time to time. And just for everybody's sort of info as well, just say information, Firebase. Let me go to Firebase console. So my Firebase is what I use to save my data from my application itself. So I've got a real-time database in Firebase. It's set up. So a connection is established through a JSON file that's being read by my Python file, and there's the last one that I just saved with the timestamp for this morning with a score of 5778. So every time I start up my Python file, it just goes and collects the data from the database itself and writes it into the game. So if we go back to my OS, so in my operating so it calls for my Firebase account and database, and I've got a JSON string and things like that with my account details and things like that, which obviously I'm not going to be showing you because it is privileged. So that is what I've been working on. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you would like access to it and test it at some point, let me know. Happy to share my code, not the code itself, but happy to share the game with anyone that wants to test it. I still need to figure out how to package it properly. I did create an exe that was working on my computer but not on another computer because of the Firebase. So there's a couple of things that I need to sort out. But yeah, get in touch and let's work together.